You've written your story, organized your beat sheets, designed your characters, and you have your webtoon ready to launch. When you get onto the website, how do you actually go about getting your webtoon published? In this video, we're going to go step by step on how to get your comic live on the Discover platform. My name is Jin, and I'm in charge of Discover Creator Care. This is Discover More, where we show you how to make the most out of the free-to-use, free-to-publish platform Discover on WEBTOON. First things first, I'd actually recommend publishing mostly on desktop. The creator dashboard right now is optimized for desktop use on a Mac or a PC. Step number one is to go to our website, webtoons.com, and register if you haven't done so already. To do that, you'll go ahead and click the login button, and it gives you the options to use email or a social media platform. For a creator, I'd recommend actually registering with an email just in case something happens to that social media account. Go ahead and click sign up, and it'll take you to the next page where you can start filling in your information starting with your email address. The email address that you enter here is going to be what we use to contact you if we ever need to. Just so you have consistency across all of your accounts, your social media, and even your WEBTOON account, it'd be good to set up a professional email where everything goes to one place. And just as a pointer, you won't be able to change your email further down the line, so you want to stick with the email that you know you're going to keep for the whole time. You'll type in your email in the first slot and then fill in your password information next. The last entry you'll get to is the nickname section. The nickname is a username that you use everywhere on the website, from comments to publishing. So as a creator, you want something pretty straightforward and easy to identify you by that ideally matches any other social media accounts that you have. WEBTOON Creator 101. And as the final part of this step is to click sign up now. You'll follow the instructions on the pop-up that comes up, get your confirmation email, and then logged in. Step number 2 is to click on the publish button. The publish button is available on any desktop version to allow for the best kind of file optimization when you're actually going in to upload your files. Step 3 is to pick your genres. On WEBTOON, you can pick up to 2 genres, and as long as it's an accurate description of your series, it's a good idea to have both filled in. So for this series, I will be selecting comedy and informative for the sake of the series, as it's the informational Wazzles episode. Step number 4 is to enter your series title. You want it to be search engine friendly, and what that means is when a user goes in to look for your series, it's easy to find. Ways to do that is to avoid any profanity and to avoid any special characters. Right, for this series, we're going to be putting WEBTOON 101. Step number 5 is to enter your summary, and just like the screen says, it needs to be less than 500 characters. Information that your summary should include is any social media handles that you have on other websites, and this is where you should have an introduction of your characters, the world that you're building. The next thing in setting up your WEBTOON is to select your thumbnail. The thumbnail and format should be 436 by 436 pixels. The file size should be less than 500 kilobytes and be in JPG format. And an extra tip is that the file name should only include English characters and numbers, so there's nothing that goes wrong when you're uploading the image. The next step when you scroll down on the page is to agree to the WEBTOON operational policies and the privacy policy. And after that is the warning for any adult themes in your series. If your series will be containing any adult themes, it's a good idea to have this checked as WEBTOON is an all ages platform. Step number 7 is to click on the button for creating your series. That is going to make your series active but not live, and what that means is the users will not be able to see anything yet because you haven't yet published an episode. Step number 8 is the episode title. You want the episode title to be different for every single episode you upload and interesting enough that it'll get the reader to go ahead and click on that push notification. Step number 9 is where you upload the actual files for your episode. The max size limit that you can upload in one batch is 20 megabytes. And what that means is you can have multiple files as long as together they're less than 20 megabytes. And once your images are prepared, the individual images should be less than 800 pixels wide and 1280 pixels long. The optimized DPI we recommend is 72, so 72 dots per inch for the resolution. And the format that works for WEBTOON is .jpg JPEG. So you click select file to upload, and you can select all of the files at once and drag it in one go. A best practice that I would recommend is to include all of your social media handles consistently at the end of every episode. And just as a tip, If you mess up anywhere in this file uploading process, you can actually go back and fix the episodes even after the episode is published. Step number 10 is to upload the thumbnail image for your episode. The recommended size for this is 160 pixels by 151 pixels, and the file size itself should be less than 500 kilobytes. Same as the episode format, it should be .jpg, and the file name should not contain any letters or numbers. Some best practices for the thumbnail image of your episode is to avoid text and to take an image from the episode itself. Step number 11 is the creator's note. This is completely optional, but some interesting information you can include there is how often you update, the next time you'll update, any thank you notes to your readers or followers, or maybe even some status updates that you want to share. Once everything is set up to publish your episode, you can actually use the preview buttons to take a look at what it's going to look like on a PC desktop versus a mobile, which would be on a mobile phone. If there's anything weird with the formatting, this is a great way to double check and see that everything is cleaned up. You also have the option to click on Save Draft. When you click that, it'll save it as a draft and not publish it. If you don't want to save it as a draft, you can click the button for Publish Episode, click Yes to proceed, and then your series will be live on Discover. And that's a step-by-step process of how you get published on WEBTOON. Make sure you like and subscribe and sign up for notifications so you don't miss our next videos. This is Discover More, where we show you how to monetize your WEBTOON, grow your audience, and refine your craft. Thank you and see you next time.
WEBTOON